This is the story of the woman who unlocked the secret of life and then watched history forget to say her name. Her name was Rosalind Franklin. Rosalind Franklin was born in London in 1920. While other girls were playing with dolls, she wanted facts. She loved evidence, logic, and solving problems. Thea. There's a story that perfectly captures who she was. Once, after getting a needle stuck deep in her knee, she just calmly walked herself to the hospital without shedding a single tear. That was Rosalind, focused, strong, and incredibly determined. At just 15 years old, she decided she would become a scientist. Her father was shocked. He argued that women didn't need science degrees. But her mother and aunt fought for her right to learn. She got into Cambridge, studied chemistry, and never looked back. During World War II, her research was so critical that she would bike to her lab through active bombing raids. Sirens blared, debris fell, but she kept going because the work mattered. By the time she was 25, she had earned her PhD. But Rosalind wasn't just content with a degree, she wanted mastery. So she moved to Paris and became one of the world's leading experts in a technique called X-ray crystallography. In 1951, she took a position at King's College London. Her mission was clear: photograph DNA and figure out its structure. It took months of painstaking work, hundreds of exposures, all done with perfect precision. And then she captured the legendary photo 51. The image was so clear, so sharp, that the double helix structure of DNA was unmistakable. But here's where the story takes a turn. Rosalind didn't know that her colleague, Maurice Wilkins, had quietly shown that photograph to two other scientists at Cambridge, James Watson and Francis Crick. He did it without Rosalind's permission and without her knowledge. When Watson saw photo 51, he said his jaw fell open. Her data gave them the final piece of the puzzle: Z. In 1953, Watson and Crick published their famous paper announcing the discovery of the double helix. They included only a vague, passing line thanking Rosalind for her contribution. That was all. Rosalind, meanwhile, moved on, continuing her research and making new, groundbreaking discoveries in virus science. But in 1956, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, most likely caused by years of exposure to X-rays without proper protection. She kept working until she physically couldn't anymore and died in 1958 at just 37 years old. 4 years after her death, three men, Watson, Crick, and Wilkins, were awarded the Nobel Prize for the discovery of DNA structure. Rosalind Franklin's name was barely mentioned. She deserved so much more. But today, we remember her. We honor her as the brilliant woman who captured the photograph that changed the world and proved, once and for all, that genius has no gender. Thanks for watching. If you want to hear more stories about forgotten heroes of science, make sure to subscribe.